Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Jackson. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Kyle Emanuel coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
And out.
A 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
49-yard line.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
Buccaneers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Stepping. Allen hit. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Here's Jackson to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Complete to
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Cam Akers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
At the 40-yard line.
This is McCaffrey on the give. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Tackled at the 40-yard.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Able to find Isabella. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 19. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
56.
To the air, Allen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before. Because
the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw is Jackson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch.
Jackson
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
It's a gain of 7.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. This is Jakeem Grant. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. 56. Check nickel. Check out.
To throw, it's Allen. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 30, past the 20, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Curtis Samuel, 79 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Tucker McCann set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jackson. Dancing to his left. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Chase Winovich brought him down. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
At their own 27-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Allen. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Complete to Chris.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
10 at the 42-yard line.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
3 brings up 3rd and 6.
Allen going to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Allen. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Tucker McCann on for the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Watch safety creep. Middle. Safety creep.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
He was brought down by Kevin.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. That's complete to McCaffrey. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
At the Chargers' 11-yard line.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up. 1st and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Stepping, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Josh Allen scoring on the 2-yard keeper as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
25 yards there on the catch and run. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Max Crosby showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
And it's third down. Third and
this offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jackson now. Buying time to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 46. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
This is McCaffrey. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
On first down, Allen. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. So that'll back him up 5. That false start costly. Moves him back to the 9 now, 1st and goal. A give to the fullback on the dive. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Off the option, that's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown.
Andy Isabella with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. McCann's got it teed up. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
Forced out to his left. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass, and everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll buy some time right. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Flushed out right. And Brown's got it for a Charger touchdown.
Complete to Marquise
Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Jackson will throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Christian McCaffrey, 81 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
You can break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
McCann's got it teed up.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now Jackson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Davion Taylor in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. To try again after the sack. Jackson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. The 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Jackson. Forced out to his left. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. He can run for it, and he will. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let...
He's got daylight. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This time, Jackson will throw it. They'll roll him out right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. On 2nd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And long.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Rolling to his left. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And that one's incomplete. 3 seconds left, and barring a penalty, this next play should be our last. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
Today's final score, Buccaneers.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the...
Thank you.